and study English through this material. Of course, if you have very low communication skills, I mean, reading and comprehension, you have to start with adaptable books. So this
Okay.
is rule number one. Rule number two, you have to learn yourself how to think in English and how to perform an inner monologue. Do you know what inner monologue is?
Yes, I do.
So when you think in your mother tongue, it's your inner monologue. You perform it 24/7, all every second, unless you're asleep or drunk or sedated by some drugs or stuff like that. But otherwise, you have to teach yourself how to perform inner monologue and write all phrases, not words, phrases that you don't know in English in order to constantly think in English, not for very long time, like 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, at least 5 times a day. And you have to have a notebook or some scratch paper handy so you can write down any phrase you don't know how to say things in English. That's a second rule. And third rule, you have to practice almost every day and use some software tools or applications on your telephone or laptop or desktop PC. So those are three rules of easy way to learn English.
So,
Consistency,
so you
thinking,
believe in online courses as well, right?
pardon me?
You also believe in online courses are helpful, right?
Well, online courses will help you only partially because besides besides online courses, you need a valuable speaking partner. You can talk or discuss some difficult topics or things you don't understand. So online courses, same thing as online apps, will help you only partially. You need to establish daily conversations or like mock conversations with someone.
So, sir, because grammar plays a vital role in speaking English, so you think learning grammar is primary to learning English?
Of course, there are three components for learning English. Grammar, number one. Number two is active vocabulary, not passive vocabulary that you store in your brain, but active vocabulary which you can pick from your memory in like matter of seconds. And third component is communication. You have to speak in English. If you need to have a partner, or if you don't have a partner, you have to record your own voice, speak in English like short stories, dialogues, or any mock conversations you can find on variety of topics.
Sir, before I ask my next question, can I see your camera if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm here.
Uh,
This is
okay,
me.
great. Thank you. So I'm
I
turning
have
the
some
camera on as
backups
well.
on background, but you won't activate them unless you get me angry. So this is my
No, no.
backup. Yeah, those are Russian warriors standing still before I give them any command. So they're watching you. So be careful.
Okay, okay, okay. Thanks for warning.
I'm just pulling
So,
the leg. It's just a background picture with some Russian ancient warriors that hold our boundaries in case enemies will try to find some loopholes in our defense system.
I totally understand that. So, because you're an online, you yourself is an online teacher. So,
Yeah.
according to you, as per your students' experience, is learning English grammar difficult for them?
Well, it depends how many layers of grammar you went through. So as you know, there is a learning curve in any in anything you study. So in according to this learning curve. First of all, your first like 2 or 3 months will be very difficult for you because English grammar is a total freaking mess for like languages with more advanced grammar. So English grammar, besides it's it's very complicated, but it's easy if you like if you from like not from European region. So English grammar is just a big mess because it's accumulated many things from other lands when Anglo-Saxonian armies were conquering other countries. They um, they like gobbled up all the local dialects and all grammar rules from German, French, I don't know, other Dutch languages. So English grammar is like it's not very difficult, but it's complex. So in order to gain in order to um, adapt English grammar for your verbal activities, you have to learn English grammar in layers. So first layer is the most is the hardest one. So it takes like around 3 months to adapt your own like your own usage of this grammar. So you don't need entire grammar. So let's see how to explain it to you. So here's like here's a book. I don't know if you see it. So
Yes, I can.
yeah, here's a book, and here's a smartphone or a cell phone. So
Right.
both these things both hold data. So there are lots of data in smartphone or in a book, but uh, cell phone provides you interactivity so you can learn things step by step. And
Right.
book has also a lot of information, but you need a highlighter. You see highlighter, right?
Right.
Yeah, you need a highlighter. So to get through a lot of things here in a book, you need a highlighter because so much you can't digest so much information. You have to break this information in smaller portions. So if you digest all this information portion by portion, you will be available to extract it not as a feces, right? Not as a fecal masses, but useful in a useful way. So you can choose both approaches. You can try classic way or applications and smart tools to teach yourself a grammar. But if you digest information in small pieces, and first thing what you need to do, you have to think not about grammar. You have to think how you will apply this grammar in your personal experience. So if you will look at the grammar from this perspective, how you will adapt and use this grammar um, in your own speaking, you will progress. If you will start thinking about oh, grammar is such a big mess and I'm not gonna get it, you will never apply this grammar because grammar is like a set of tools. So you have screwdrivers, right? You have
Right.
cross screwdriver, and you have another like little um, snippets you use like heads, screwdriver heads for many um, specific screws. But if you look in a nutshell, it all comes to one screwdriver. So English is like a screwdriver with many heads. So you need to use specific head for every specific situation. That's it. But you need to learn like every hour. So I'm used to it. So what I'm saying, um, English grammar is like a huge like you know what hardware store is, right?
Yes. Yes.
So do you know like basic hammer tool, right? And basic
Yes.
screwdriver. But when you go to the hardware store, you see like 45 different varieties of hammers and 200 something screwdriver types, right?
Right.
So, but it boils down to only two tools, hammer and screwdriver. So in English grammar, many screwdrivers and many hammers, but you have to know basics first. This is your fundamental knowledge: how to use verbs, how to use articles, how to combine words in the sentences. You don't need too many tenses at first. All you need is like 7 or 8 tenses. You have to know them like perfectly well, because in there are two different languages in English: academic English, where you have to know everything. I mean, it's like, it's like academic English is used in schools, universities, in like politics, mass media, and literature. So you have to know a lot to understand academic English. But if we're talking about conversational English, all you need is like 7 or 8 tenses and around 1,000 of words. So 1,000 words and 7 or 8 tenses of English is all what you need for conversational English. So conversational English is very easy to pick up because we use same um, language patterns, same phrases, same cliches in conversational English. So in order to learn how to speak, you will achieve speaking English in like year and a half or 2 years of hard work. But if we're talking about academic English is more complex. So you have to know active, passive voice, like all four types of conditional sentences, subjunctive mood, and all this stuff. So modal verbs. So academic English is harder, but fundamental of academic English is still conversational English. So if you learn conversational English, it'll be like a core for your academic English in advance. So you have
So
to, yeah, you have to figure out for yourself
I
what is
was
your
trying to understand. I was trying to understand that because English is both for natives and as well as who learn it as a second language. So how would we differentiate learning process of a native speaker as and compared to a person who is learning it as a second language?
Well, for a native speaker, it's easy to pick up English because he or she they were born with lots of knowledge, like installed in their memory or in their like learning process through growing in an English society. For ESL, English is harder to learn because we have to start from scratch. So when you uh, study English grammar, at certain level you will overcome the level of native speaker, because native speaker doesn't give a shit about grammar. And I had been living in the United States for 4 years, and I have noticed many times when native speakers didn't even apply grammar rules. They were using like wrong verbs or wrong auxiliary verbs when they construct their sentences, or they were using their voice in order to ask questions. So it's um, it's like totally, it's like two different systems. When you
So what
ESL,
strat so what strategy do you apply to help students come out of their fear of speaking?
well, you just have to speak every day. Like when I had that fear, I would wake up like in the middle of the night when everyone was asleep. Like my all my neighbors were asleep. None of my family members were not sleeping. So I would get a random number like Indian hotel or hotel in New Zealand, and I will use Skype to give them a call in New Zealand and book a hotel, or complain about some artificial or totally made up situation. Like I would say, how come my AC doesn't work, or why do I have to live next to the Chinese people that perform some satanic ritual or something like that and like banging in a wall? So I would advance my speaking
So you think that
experience. And
accents never matter to you as a when it comes to learning English as a second language?
well, about accents, see, in real world, no one speaks without an accent. So when you come to London, New York, uh, San Diego, Los Angeles, Buenos Aires, or like say Paris or Berlin, uh, um, there are different layers of society, and when you come to a foreign country or foreign city, you will speak with, first of all, you will speak with the same people like you are, ESL. So
Yes.
first 5 or 6 days you are in a complete awe or in shock because you cannot understand the people you talk to because they speak in English, but they speak in a very weird English.
Right.
Yeah, and it takes you 3 or 4 days to adapt to someone from, like, I know, Ireland, Scotland, like India, or like Africa or Australia, to understand what they are saying, because it takes time to adapt to an accent. So in 3 or 4 days you will overcome their accent problem and you will start understand what they say. And a second rule to success when you talk with people, you have to know how to ask right questions. So if you don't understand something, you don't have to hesitate. You have to ask immediately. Say, please slow down. I don't understand you. Could you explain it again? I'm sorry. I'm half deaf, so I've just recovered from like mental illness, and you have to explain me uh, carefully and very slowly what have you said. Well, it's a joke. You never recovered from mental illness, or you're not half deaf, so you just have to learn how to ask right questions. So when you get more income, or when you will establish like some um, let's say, like like in if you're a blogger or famous person, native speakers or natives will eventually come to you and they will say, hi, my name is like Ellen or like Joe, and I'm a native English speaker, or I was born here and I was living here and I have been living here all my life. So eventually you will interact with native speakers, and native speakers are easy to understand because this is the language you used to hear in your English practice. So most of all, you will talk with Chinese, Indians, like Europeans, Russians, Ukrainians, Latvian people, Polish people. So uh, the core group of your English speakers who will speak with you, they will be ESL. So only if you speak, like, if you look for international like job or international travel, you have to pick not British accent, you have to pick American accent, because American accent is dominating right now, and it's going to be like this for years. I mean, if you concentrate on British English, when you come to Britain, you will find, no offense, lots of Pakistani, lots of Indian, lots of Arab people, and they will be like 75 or 80% of entire population in London. And of course, you will meet Russians, because Russians like everywhere. Everywhere you go, you will hear Russian accent. So um, if you want to understand English very well, you have to spend a lot of time on listening activities. So, like, I listen, I watch TV series, Australian, Canadian, British, and American. and I listen to like internet radio stations from around the world, and I use Hot English Magazine. It's a special. I think you know it. It's a special magazine for ESL learners, and it has like at least 25 or 30 different accents. So
Right.
even if you come to United States, there are three different or four different dialects. You have Californian accent, you have New Yorker accent, you have Midwest accent, and you have Texas accent, and you have like a Dixie accent. So there are like five different accents or dialects in English in United States. They are not like very noticeable at first, but later on you will learn that this is guy from Texas, or this is guy or a woman from California, or that guy is from New York, or this family is from Midwest, because you will learn, you will notice certain speaking patterns or cliches, or how they say, like New Yorkers say gal instead of girl. Like Dixie or Texas people, they speak with more clarity, and I love Dixie accent because it's like half music, half speaking. So it's kind of it's differentiate from like what normal people speak. But you will adapt to any accent if you know basic 1,000 words, because see, in every speech there are two different words, uh, high frequency words and low frequency words. High frequency words is like eat, drink, sleep, buy, sell, coffee, tea, marijuana, and stuff like that. It's high frequency words. uh, Low frequency words is like cloud computing, I don't know, DevOps, or I like CQL injection. So those are low frequency words.
Right.
Any conversation consists of high frequency words, and when you hear someone, you will always use those high frequency words as your anchor. So when you try to understand what people tell to you, you will use those high frequency words as your anchors. So when the more high frequency words you know, the better. So it's easy for you to listen, and you will not fear any conversation because you know all high frequency words in like basic topics about like love, eating, religion, traveling, I don't know what else, human communications, family, and stuff like that, etc. um, this is like key to success. It's like a key. um, High frequency words play key role in your understanding. So second thing, and I already mentioned that to you, you have to learn how to think in English, because like when we speak in Russian language, or you speak, what language do you speak? What is your
We speak Urdu in Pakistan.
Yeah. So in your own language, there are certain patterns you use, and those patterns, they are not adaptable for English. So you have to learn. You have to make yourself think in English before you start to speak. So you need to learn those cliches and conversational patterns, what people use to answer on certain answers, or what people say um, when they deal with certain situations. That's it. Because if you fail to do this, it will be very difficult for you to say more than two or three words or sentences. So you have to
Right, sir.
learn. Yeah.
S- Sir, I was trying to ask that what's your full name?
Pardon me. What my
Your full name.
my full name is Alexei, or you can call me Alex.
So you Alex and you are Russian, right?
Yeah, I'm Russian. I'm an English tutor. I've been English tutor for like 8 or 8.5 years. I have lived in the United States for a while. I've lived there for 4 years.
Sir, thank you so much for the information, and I think your answers are pretty satisfactory. And I was actually looking for somebody with whom I can discuss these questions. And thank you so much for your time. And I will definitely consult you back if I need anything.
Yeah, no problem. Give me a call like same time you did today, because at this time I'm always working on other lessons. So and I can give you a few tips more, but those like fundamental things I'm telling to all my students. And to sum up, I can repeat you the three main things you have to do. Find things you're passionate about, like Lord of the Rings, or like Game of Thrones, or Raised by Wolves, some TV series which has like 5 or 6 different seasons. Find something you're passionate about. Um, learn how to think in English. So every day, write down everything you do. Start from easy things, like for example, I went to toilet at 6 a.m. I scratched my back at 7:30. I brushed my teeth at 8 o'clock. I made myself a breakfast at 7:45 a.m. Things like that. So this is second thing. It will teach you how to think in English. And third thing, you have to practice your conversational skills every day. Like, you can give me a call and discuss something with me, but if you cannot call me, you have to get a book. Uh, well, I don't have any paper book available here. Well, I do. Biochemistry. One second. So,
Sure.
so I'm not bullshitting you. Like, I'm getting a book. You see pharmacology, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. So I open the page, and I just start reading. Metabolic effects of insulin. Effects on carbohydrate metabolism. And I read one page, one A4 page. I read out loud. Because when you hear your voice in English, you will overcome your fear of talking in English, because you're like your psychics will adapt for learning your voice in another language, and you will overcome your fear. So your fear of English, based on your own like assertion that you are not perfect. But when you will speak with Chinese one week, you will
Right.
understand, or Indian people, you will understand that your accent is nothing compared to how they speak and what they tell you and how many mistakes they do. So you will start thinking about your English skills a lot better. But in order to do so, like from the get-go, you have to read in English. One page. Second thing, you can this is a part of your second training. So third training, passionate things you like read novels, let films or TV series based on, or work with materials about based on TV series. Second, practice. Teach yourself how to think in English. So when you wrote what you did all day, or write 10 my 10 worst fears, or 10 of my worst fears. And then third practice, number 3, you read out loud what you wrote down.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
So like
that's
like today, write down your 10 most fears in English, look out for words you don't know, and then read them out loud, and then record your speech. I use Telegram. Do you have Telegram available in your country?
Telegram. Yes, we do have.
Yeah, so in Telegram you have special like chat. It is called saved, or I think it's called saved. So you record your own speech for yourself in Telegram, and you send it to yourself. So Telegram doesn't eat up your full memory, and later on you can look up your recorded speeches and listen to them. And you have, like, I do earplugs, like small ones or big ones, and you listen to your speech. And when you listen to your speech, you think, oh my God, I'm so fucking great. Why I was so afraid to speak this English? And English is less complicated than your English, your language, or my language. English is like it's like when you do you play computer games?
Yes, I do.
So your mother tongue and my mother tongue is like when you play computer games on high memory capacity, or on your, like, most um, available level that your hardware can produce. So English is like when you're playing computer games on, like, low level or very easy level. So English is very easy to communicate as long as you learn how to think in English. Your mother tongue is more difficult than English, and my mother tongue is more difficult than English. All you have to do is learn how to think in English. When you start thinking in English, it will be you will you will drive through English grammar and English vocabulary, like on let's say, do you know Alfa Romeo or McLaren?
No, I'm not familiar with these.
So do you know Formula One?
Yes, but yes, I do.
Yeah. So let's say when you don't know how to think in English, you're driving motorcycle or scooter. Have you been driving scooter?
Yes, I've been driving scooter.
Or yeah. So when you don't know how to think in English cliches, you're driving scooter. When you learn how to think in English, you're driving like Formula One.
Great. That's such a great example.
Yeah, yeah. Let's. When I teach, I use many extraordinary examples and many like very weird comparisons, so you would understand, and you will think like more about how to apply knowledge that I give, instead of thinking how to memorize entire grammar. You don't need
Thank you
entire
so much.
grammar. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
What's your name? Your name is Noor, right?
Yes, my name is Nurul Hasib. I'm from Pakistan and you're from Russia, right?
Yeah, I'm from Russia. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Have a great day, Noor. Apply what
Bye.
I told you.
Of course, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.